Did you know Netflix was getting into manga? Yeah, I didn't either. So, according to this account on Twitter, September 17th, Netflix and Shueisha are going to announce a joint venture for like an all-exclusive like price, right? Like a cheaper price. Here's the first thing that I'm just going to say just immediately. A lot of manga services are like $3. Sometimes maybe $5, right? Because Shueisha has this weekly Shonen Jump app, Manga Plus, and maybe one more. I'll put them right here on the side of the screen. But they probably average around $3. I remember when the weekly Shonen Jump app was $2, and that was a steal. At $3, it's still a great price. So it gets me to wonder, like, why? And also for what cheaper price? Because I, as a person that reads a lot of manga and doesn't have a Netflix account, this might be for me. The thing about not having a Netflix account is they raise their prices all the time. And at a certain point, you know, at least me, you kind of just have to pick, like, this is going to be like my streaming service. And then, like, I'll pause this one and, like, go to this one for a little bit, or I'll pause this one, go to this one. You know, sometimes, hey, listen, you start doing a lot of streaming, the prices add up, and it is costly. So the only thing I can think of is the manga app basically almost being free if you have a Netflix account, which makes kind of a lot of sense, especially with Shueisha, because Netflix has been putting out a lot of their animes and partnering them on the anime side, and it's kind of cool to see them partner on the manga side. Because I think if this does happen in a few days, I think there's good stuff and there's bad stuff. And again, all this stuff is just a theory. I have no concrete information, but let's theorize about it. So we'll start off with a good thing, right? Netflix is a massive company. Worldwide, everyone it feels like has a Netflix subscription. So having this add-on with this manga could, in fact, get people that just kind of watch anime to dabble in manga because, I mean, hey, it comes with the subscription, right? Like, I already kind of have this thing because I'm going to definitely have Netflix. Let me browse into manga, and it can kind of introduce this hobby and art form to new people. Always a good thing, in my opinion. Because I remember having a Crunchyroll account. And the Crunchyroll, you used to have like digital manga that you could read with your subscription. It kind of came with your subscription. And I read a lot of manga that way. I believe one of the big ones that I can think of, Ajin, was on that service. I'm pretty sure. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. But I feel like I read a good amount of Ajin from the Crunchyroll manga digital like thing that came with the membership. I am pretty sure. It's been a long time because, you know, Crunchyroll bought Right Stuff. RightStuffAnime.com. Never forget, dude. I think about Right Stuff Anime way more than I probably should. It's gone forever and I should just let it go, but I can't. What the days. You remember those days? Oh, so good. So I can imagine someone having a Netflix account that watches a lot of the animes that it produces. If it has the manga of that anime, I'm going to read some of it, you know? And you never know who could fall in love with it because of that. So I think that's a great thing that could happen. But listen to me, it's not all rainbows and sunshine. Because I also have a let's do a bad theory now. Netflix, known for raising its prices. Netflix used to be very affordable. And now I think for the most basic package, it's like $15 to $20, $22 maybe? So they have definitely been on a streak, especially lately, raising a lot of their prices. And with that, I'm just going to theorize this. You kind of start working with that company, maybe they start raising their prices. I truthfully don't think they will, but you just never know, right? Because the biggest price range that they've had recently, they went from $1.99 to $2.99. And to be honest with you, you don't even know really which manga app we're getting. Now, in a perfect world, in a great world, Shueisha would just put all of their apps onto Netflix. And that way it is a cheaper deal, right? Because if you get all of the apps, which is like $3 here, $5 here, $2 there, or whatever, it starts to add up. So it's like a $10 value. And you could start really saying that, yeah, you're getting a cheaper price if you just kind of bundle this all with Netflix. But Manga Plus has already put in multiple tiers of subscription. They announced almost a year ago their tier subscription stuff. So they're definitely not opposed to having tiers of things. Both tiers that they have are still ad-free, but they're not opposed to it. So you could definitely see it going down a very dark road, and digital manga services getting a little bit more pricier. And the truth of it, if you want my opinion, I think that's a horrible idea. For a multitude of reasons, you know, like you never want stuff to go up. But two, I think that it took a long time, at least, you know, I could tell from like the comments and my feelings, for digital manga and streaming manga and manga services to even kind of get a hold in like the community of it all. And I've seen a lot more people talk about like, yeah, I check out stuff digitally because I do it as well. And it took a long time for it to get there. So I think raising the prices would drive a lot of people to be like, I'll just buy it physically. You can't raise the prices of physical books. You can't raise the prices more than once on physical books. You guys remember the Viz Media raising the prices. It still hurts me when I go to a Books A Million and it's not $9.99. Or have you gone to a Books A Million, right? And you're just kind of flipping through, and I'm telling you to do this because it worked for me. You could sometimes find old $9.99 tags, and they'll like honor it and stuff. It's great. Like if you get like a different printing, like maybe a series hasn't been selling super well, so it's like a old printing before the price raise, and you can get it for the $9.99, and that is one of the best feelings in the world. Let me tell you, I love that feeling. Another good thing that I see from this is publishers finding it more viable. I mean, a lot of publishers are doing their stuff digitally, and a lot are simul-publishing stuff as it comes out in Japan and things of that nature. But you never know. Like, something like this could lead to an older series getting digitally published that is not currently available. And not only that, if Netflix has ease of access to see the numbers of a title that's being read and like how many people are downloading it or, you know, reading it online, you could click in their head, it's kind of got a following. We should put some money behind maybe doing an anime of it. So again, in a perfect world, this could lead to an older series, maybe like a hidden gem, getting digitally published and then getting an anime remake on Netflix. Like, I do think this partnership does have, in theory, some really good implications for not only manga, but anime fans as well. And so that makes me excited. Because while, you know, I'm sure if you're watching this video and like hanging out around the channel, you like manga, you know what I mean? We can be honest with ourselves, the manga community is still a niche community. And having a name like Netflix behind you gets a lot more eyes on you. And in turn, could lead to a lot of series that we've all been wanting for a very long time. So while I can see how people, and even me, like when I read this news, I was like, oh, I don't know, man. At the end of the day, I just want to read some of the best stories that manga has to offer. And having a partnership like this, while it could go bad, if it makes stories available easier and stories available for more people, I think it's overall good. Come back to this video, you know, a year later, and you're like, well, look at yourself. You're right. I was wrong. Manga no, we didn't do well. We didn't do good. It was a bad decision. Oh no. And one of the biggest questions I have is it going to be available on your Netflix, on your TV? Now, I'm not saying this is even a good way, even close to a good way to read something, but could you log into Netflix on your TV, go over, I think it's to the left, there's like the little categories. There's just going to be a category that said manga. You're going to click on it. And are you going to be able to read a manga from your TV screen? Again, let me reiterate, probably a horrible way to read, but do you really think it's going to go like that? I mean, I'll be honest with you, probably what's actually going to happen is you just get an account for Manga Plus or Weekly Shonen Jump or something like that, obviously. But think about that. If you hoved over, dude, they started streaming games. There's Netflix games now, so kind of is a possibility, but it was probably a horrible way to read your favorite manga. But to be honest with you, this is just a rumor. It's just an account on Twitter/X, so it could be nothing. Or September 17th, you've stumbled across this video and manga's on Netflix, so that's crazy. But yeah, man, I just really wanted to talk about it and kind of talk with you guys in the comments, because What are your thoughts about this? This is one collaboration I would have never saw coming. But I think overall, I'm going to hope on the side that it is beneficial to manga. That's what I'm going to hope for. But yeah, as always, thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. It means the world to me. And I hope if you're having a bad day, it gets better. If you're having a good day, I hope it becomes fantastic. I'll see you next time.